Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about silver dollar collecting, US minted silver dollars. And this is for collecting silver for investment and not for numismatic value or collector value. Now, collecting US minted silver dollars is a great way to start collecting silver, and I am talking about three types of silver dollars, and this is the Morgan dollar. Second one is the peace dollar. Third one, and which is currently still being minted, is the silver eagle dollar. This is a 2012 uncirculated. Now, I have two Morgan dollars here on the left. One is really worn. If you do not have lots of experience with silver collecting of rounds and bars, this is a lower risk. Collecting actual US minted coins, I feel there's a lower risk in getting fakes. There are fakes out there that look genuine, so today I'm going to give you some tips to avoid the fake coins. Number one is to get to know what you're collecting. The Morgan dollar, peace dollar, and silver eagle. And what I mean by that is get to know what they actually look like. Look at the fine details of the obverse and the reverse of the coin. So that's tip number one. Number two, I would usually buy in person or from a known source if you're doing it online. Third, check the weight. Now, the weight is very important. Fakes usually have a lower weight to them, and so if we're looking at the Morgan dollar and the peace dollar, they both have the same 90% silver, and they should both weigh around 26.73 grams. They each have 0.773 ounces of silver. So let's first take a look at the Morgan dollar, and we'll turn on the scale here. Make sure it's zeroed, and we'll see what the weight is. It's giving us 26.7. I don't have a higher resolution, but it's 26.7, and that's pretty much on the money for the Morgan. Now let's look at the peace dollar. It is zeroed. Peace dollar is 26.6, and that is close enough here. Now I also have an older Morgan. This is actually dated 1894. Now, as you can tell, looking at both Morgans, the one on the left, that one is in excellent condition. Almost uncirculated, I would think. And the one on the right is probably just good condition. And you'll notice that the weight will be less. But so get to know if it's worn to this amount, what will it weigh? Get to know, this type of condition, what should it weigh? So let's go ahead and take a look at what the weight of this worn Morgan dollar is. It shows 25.9. Now, that is about maybe, that's like 26, I don't know, like 7/10 of a gram off. So that's expected. It's worn, so there's less silver in the coin. This is an actual real one here. So knowing at this condition, it shouldn't be more than a gram lighter. So that's one good thing to know. And because I'm wearing gloves, I am going to weigh the uncirculated silver eagle that I have here. Let me tear the scale. So I'm going to remove this from the thingy here. Okay. Now, silver eagles should weigh 31.103 grams. And this is 1 troy ounce. It is showing 31.3. So slightly more, and so that looks very promising there. It's actually perfect. So it was at 0. Let me go ahead and try it again. It should weigh 31.103. It's 31.3. So for every scale there's a margin of error, but that is just about perfect. Go ahead and put it back in its sleeve. Put it back the other way. So the weight is very important. Number 4, check the diameter. Now, the Morgan dollar and the piece dollar has the same amount of silver, 90%, and both of these have 0.773 ounces of silver in each coin. And the diameter should be 38.1 millimeters for both. So let's go ahead and measure that. I have a caliper here. It's in millimeters, zeroed. And 38.04. .0809. That's within spec. The piece dollar here, slightly smaller, very small, but it is over 38 millimeters for the diameter of both. So that's within spec as well. Now looking at the worn Morgan dollar, let's take a look at that. That's 37.75, so the diameter has worn down a little bit due to it being very circulated. 37.75. So there's definitely some wear on the diameter as well as the amount of silver. Now if you look at a Morgan dollar that is in great condition, compare it to here, there doesn't seem to be any significant difference in diameter. You will see a small amount with a caliper, so good to know this information. So I'm not going to check the Silver Eagle. I don't want to give it or damage it in any way, but the diameter of a Silver Eagle should be 40.6 millimeters, and also the thickness is 2.98 millimeters. So the silver content of the Silver Eagle is 99.93%, and it's 1 full ounce, it says here. 1 ounce fine silver, if you can see that. So usually Silver Eagles, they may come at a premium price because it's uncirculated, they're freshly minted, and the cost may be a little higher per ounce. So to get silver a little cheaper, you can get the piece dollar or the Morgan dollar. It's less silver per coin. It's 0.773, almost 3/4 of an ounce each. but it's an easy way and a little cheaper way to get silver. And with the silver eagle, you do want to protect them more, so there is more maintenance involved with silver eagles, collecting those. You want to keep them in an airtight container, most likely to prevent tarnishing, and you want to protect them from being nicked, being worn, and put them in sleeves or plastic tubes. So a little bit more maintenance involved with silver eagle collecting for silver content or investment. Number 5, you want to find reputable dealers to purchase your silver, and that's pretty much common sense. Number 6, it's a good idea to keep a couple of samples of what you're collecting and hold on to it while you're making purchases. And when you're making purchases in person, you can actually compare the genuine article that you have in your possession to what you're buying. So it'd be good to have a couple of samples, maybe in a little sleeve or a case, and that way when you can compare it to what you're going to buy. Number 7, when buying for silver investment, buy common dates with no numismatic value, because you're going to be paying more for collector value as well, and that's common sense as well. And number 8, know the current spot price of silver. So when you're buying, you want to pay a fair price for it. And I believe the other day the current price was $15.61 per ounce. There was one more last tip, and that is, I have a magnet here, and there are fakes out there that have steel inside the coin. It may have some silver, but steel will probably take away from the silver content. So one good thing to do is to check and see if there's any steel in the coin. So I'm just going to lay it on top, lift it up. It does not lift up. So this neodymium magnet does not stick to any of the coins, including the silver eagle. So that is the last tip to check and see how genuine your coins are. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave comments for me. Let me know what you think, if there's any other way to check. Thanks for watching and have a great day.